Good morning students. Today we will discuss life process. First, see what is the life process. Life process include all the processes which are necessary for the maintenance of all the activities necessary for the organisms to alive. The life process includes nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. Nutrition, it is the process by which the organisms get their nutrients to maintain the metabolic process to perform the activity. Respiration, in this process the nutrients they are broken down to release energy, and that energy it is utilized for maintaining the activity. Transportation is responsible for the transport of the nutrients at the site where they are required, as well as this process it is responsible for the removal of waste material. Excretion, the waste material which is produced during the metabolism, that is excreted, the process is called excretion. So step by step, first we are taking the process of nutrition. As we have taken the definition, the process by which the organisms get their food for performing the activity or maintaining the life, that is called nutrition. Nutrition, it is a mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition, it is of two types: autotrophy and heterotrophy. Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition, these are the two modes of nutrition in organism. Autotrophic nutrition, it is the type of nutrition where the organisms they are able to prepare their own food from some inorganic materials, that is called autotrophic nutrition. Like the green plants, some of the blue-green alga, blue-green algae, these group of organisms they are able to prepare their own food. So they having the autotrophic mode of nutrition. The organisms which do not able to make their own food, they depend upon the autotrophs directly or indirectly, that is called heterotrophic nutrition. Here all animals and fungi, they having heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So first we are taking autotrophic mode of nutrition in green plants. Autotrophic nutrition in plants. The plants, they are able to prepare their own food from inorganic material like carbon dioxide, water, and these two inorganic substances combined and converted in the form of carbohydrate C6H12O6 plus H2O plus O2. In presence of sunlight, and photosynthetic pigments. Balance the equation. So this is the complete equation of the process of photosynthesis by which the plants they perform autotrophic mode of nutrition, and this process it is the photosynthesis. So during the photosynthesis, the different raw material which is required, as it is mentioned, it is clear from the equation. The first one is raw material for photosynthesis, raw material, carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, and photosynthetic pigments. That is chlorophyll. Carbon dioxide, plants they are deriving from the atmosphere. Water are available to the plants from the soil. Sunlight, the sun, and photosynthetic pigments. These pigments they are present in chloroplast. Chloroplast present inside the plastid. The different activity given in the book which indicate carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis, sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis, and photosynthetic pigments are necessary for photosynthesis. For performing these activity, first I am taking carbon dioxide necessary for photosynthesis. For performing this activity, a potted plant is taken. Two potted plants of the similar size and age, and this one is first de-starched by keeping in the dark for 3 to 4 days. After de-starching, the potted plants, they are kept inside the sunlight and by covering with the bell jar. In one of the bell jar, the petri dish containing potassium hydroxide is kept, and the plants they are kept in the light for 4 to 5 hours. After 4 to 5 hours, one leaf it is taken from here. It is first boiled in water. After boiling with the water, it is boiled in alcohol. After boiling in alcohol, it is decolorized, and after decolorized leaf, it is treated with potassium iodide and observe the color, no any color, no blue or black color observed. And when this one is performed with this leaf kept in the second well jar, and the similar process it is performed, that is boiled in water, then boiled in alcohol, then it is decolorized. After the decolorization, when it is treated with potassium iodide, it is transformed into blue color. Blue color, presence of the blue color indicated the presence of starch. It means what? Here is the process of photosynthesis, and there is no process of photosynthesis, no formation of starch, because potassium hydroxide absorbed carbon dioxide present in this environment of the bell jar, and when the carbon dioxide is absent, there is no process of photosynthesis, clearly indicating that carbon dioxide is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. In similar way, the other activity can also be performed, indicating that is also necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Take the second activity. Light is necessary for photosynthesis. Light is necessary for photosynthesis. For this activity, a potted plant is taken containing the leaf. The first step is, it is de-starched. De-starched by keeping in dark. In similar way, for 4 to 5 days, and after this one, it is kept in the light, and after keeping in the sunlight, black paper it is tied with the leaf, and after the 4 to 5 hours, leaf it is taken, and the step it is performed, that is the leaf first boiled in water, then boiled in alcohol. After boiling in alcohol, it is decolorized, and after the decolorization, it is treated with decolorized leaf plus potassium iodide solution. And what is observed after this one? This one is the structure of the leaf. Here is the black paper. The remaining portion of the leaf showing the presence of starch, except the part of the leaf which was covered with the black paper, not showing any type of the coloration, or they are remained previous color as it was observed after the decolorization. So this one indicating that in the process, when the potted plant was kept in the light, this portion is not receiving any light due to the presence of the black paper. So in that portion, there is no photosynthesis. No photosynthesis. Clearly indicating light is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Now, the steps of photosynthesis. The photosynthesis completed basically in 3 steps. In first step, trapping of or absorption of the sunlight. absorption of sunlight by photosynthetic pigment and that is chlorophyll. In second step, conversion of solar energy in the form of ATP and NADP. ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, and NADP, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. This is the form of energy in which it is stored in the plant body or is stored inside cells. So in second step, the conversion of solar energy into chemical energy, that is ATP and NADPH. One more process occurs, that is splitting. Splitting of water into hydrogen ions and oxygen. So in second step, solar energy is converted in the form of chemical energy, that is ATP and NADPH, and splitting of water molecule occurs in the hydrogen ion and molecular oxygen. In third step, reduction of CO2 in the form of carbohydrate, that is so in third step, the reduction of carbon dioxide into the carbohydrate by utilizing the energy ATP and NADP. These two processes, the first and second step, that is light dependent process, and this one is light independent process. So this A is called the light reaction. A is light reaction because light is necessary for these two steps, and second, light is not directly required for the next stage, third step. So B, it is called dark reaction. Light reaction and dark reaction, two phases of the photosynthesis, the light phase and dark phase. During the light phase, absorption of the light occurs, and the second conversion of the light energy in the form of solar energy in the form of chemical bond energy ATP and NADPH, and the second step is splitting of water molecules. Now, to prevent the continuous loss of water in some type of the xerophytic plants or succulent plants, the stomata generally closed during the daytime, and open during the night. So, in such type of the plants, succulent plants, you are finding that during the daytime, stomata they are closed. So, they are not able to get carbon dioxide during the daytime when the light is available. So, how the photosynthesis it is performed in such type of the plants? So, photosynthesis here during the night time when the stomata are opened, means this time when stomata open, takes carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide enter through the stomata, it is transformed into the intermediate compound and is stored inside the cell and is stored. And during the daytime, when the stomata are closed, but this intermediate compound is already present inside the cells, so during the daytime, in presence of light, which one is trapped and converted in the form of chemical energy, and this intermediate compound utilized and transformed or used in the formation of C6H12O6. So see, they having the under mechanism of the photosynthesis during the night time when the stomata are open, they take carbon dioxide and this carbon dioxide is transformed into the intermediate compound and it is stored inside the cell. During the daytime, when the light is available, this intermediate compound it is converted in the form of the carbohydrate. So that is the process of photosynthesis performed by succulent plants. Now, second type of nutrition, as we have discussed in the mode of nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which the organisms they are not able to prepare their own food, they directly or indirectly derive their food from autotrophs, that is called heterotrophic mode of nutrition. All fungi and animals having heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So here you have to study the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in animals. The heterotrophic mode of nutrition which is performed by the animals, that is holozoic mode of nutrition. So animals having holozoic mode of nutrition. Holozoic mode of nutrition is the type of nutrition in which the following steps are performed. The first one is ingestion. Second is digestion. Next step is absorption. Then assimilation. The last one is egestion. So, the 5 steps sequentially it is performed during the holozoic mode of nutrition: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. what is happening in the indigestion? Food is taken inside the body. Inside the body. Digestion, complex food material is broken down. Complex food material is broken down into the simpler form. Absorption, nutrients are absorbed. Nutrients are absorbed. Assimilation, what is happening after the absorption of the nutrients, where they are utilized, means utilization. Utilization of the nutrients. And the last step, undigestible material or indigested part or indigested food removed from the body, removed out of body, is called egestion. So all this process, it is performed in the holozoic mode of nutrition. So come on, how this process it is performed by the animals, whether they having the simple body organization or complex body organization. So first we are taking the holozoic mode of nutrition, or nutrition is unicellular organism, amoeba. Amoeba, it is unicellular organism having irregular shaped body. When the food material, suppose that this one is the food, come in contact with the amoeba, at that point a cup-like structure or invagination of the membrane occurs, and a cup-like structure is formed where the food material is dropped. Now food vacuole is formed. This food vacuole is combined with the lysosomes containing the enzymes, and a combined food vacuole is formed containing enzymes as well as the food materials, and process it is digestion process it is completed inside the food vacuole, and after digestion nutrients it is absorbed inside the cytoplasm, and after absorption here is indigested part. So now see the steps of the heterotrophic nutrition or holozoic mode of nutrition in amoeba. Food particle, when come in contact with the amoeba cell or amoeba, pseudopodia, it is started protruding towards the food particle, or it invaginate and forming the cup-like structure, and food material it is dropped in that cup. After the fusion of the cell membrane, it is transformed into the food vacuole containing the food. Now this food mixed with the lysosomic enzymes or digestive enzymes, and process of digestion it is started. And after digestion, the nutrients they are absorbed inside the cytoplasm, and indigestible material as well as the waste material after the absorption of the nutrients, when the food food vacuole coming in contact with the cell membrane burst and indigestible part or residual body, that one is thrown outside. So in this way, the nutrition it is completed in amoeba body. Now, the holozoic mode of nutrition in animals, that will be taken in the next lecture next day. So that is the last of the 2 days lecture. The remaining part it will be taken in the next video. Thank you.